Hi everybody, thanks for watching Gig Cleveland today. My name is Brian, I'm here with Gig Cleveland. I'm going to go over some statistics and some details today about the program, and it's finally going to go ahead and give money back if you are tip baited. Well, how about that? This is Brian with Gig Cleveland. Let's get it started. So Uber Eats now is basically trying to get rid of the mass rioting from tip baiting from the Uber drivers by saying that, okay, if it's up to $10, we'll go ahead and cover that tip just to satiate you so you don't get mad and unionize, because God knows we spend $200 million to get Proposition whatever done in California in 2020, even though we could spend that $200 million towards the actual drivers, actual food delivery people, actually the people that make a difference. But no, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give you a couple bucks. It's basically the syndrome of John D. Rockefeller back in the day, back in the 1900s, where he would actually hand out rare dimes to peasants on the streets of Brooklyn and New York, and of course Manhattan. It's the same thing. It's just a high-tech version. Well, we'll just give you a couple bucks. Driven Dad says, Teslas are really great. I understand. I love your comments about, I know Toyotas are good. I just love your ideas. Yeah, thanks. I am not against Tesla. I'm not anti-electric car. I'm not anti-Tesla. I'm not anything. I just see for what I've seen and what I've noticed and what I've talked about with other Tesla drivers. To be honest with you, they are junk as they age. The quality control is poor. They haven't been put in, there's such a demand for them right now. They're actually putting them together in tents outside the Tesla factories. That's how many they're actually doing right now. You'll see gaps on the front fender that are this long on the left side, and then you'll see them this big on like the other side. It's really bad. It's something worse I've ever seen. Even on Chryslers or 300 or Fiat, they're actually worse than Fiat, if you can actually believe that. That being said, yeah, there's no question about it. It's an electric vehicle. It's got better torque than a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. There's no doubt about it. The problem is that I see a Corolla, I see a Camry, I see a Civic or a Honda Accord, just basically running circles over them in 15 years. I don't see a Tesla with its original battery, original body, lasting 15 years. Toyotas, Hondas, they built them to last. They're mules. They just last and they last and they last. When I was at a dealership the one day, this guy had a Toyota Tundra that did 643,000 miles. I asked him what his secret was. He said it was just the maintenance. Yeah, you're gonna have to get brake pads. You're gonna have to do timing chains or timing belts if it's 100, if it's not a interference engine. They just run. And yes, it's gasoline. Yes, you only get 15 miles a gallon, but it runs. A Tesla, if you're in the cold, you've already lost 30% of your capacity of battery capacity because it's too cold or if it's too hot. Battery technology is way too new. It's not there yet. Saying that we're going to be all electrified by the year 2030 is... Gig Between says, why don't you come out to Gig Cleveland Heights so we can go ahead and dash together? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Unfortunately, I don't like the east side. And it's not because of the people. It's just, well, it is kind of because of the people, but the people that drive here in Parma, if you see my videos, drive like idiots. The east side's even probably 10 times worse. Magnify that times 10 when you go to 480 and 271. It's really, really, really bad. And I'm just not a big fan of it. I am going to be going up there probably in the next week or two to do a couple of shoots, see how I do, try to change things around a little bit because I've been kind of in a funk lately, trying to get out of it. Just been real tired lately. A lot of my pay, other than, delivery driving, a lot of personal stuff I'm going through right now. So yeah, definitely going to get to it. I would love to do Chick-fil-A. And yeah, they always have peak pay because Cleveland Heights is, median income is only $26,000. That's a very poor city. That's basically why there's a peak pay. Anytime there's a peak pay like that all the time is usually because, which I think is predatory in my opinion, basically you're catering to these people that have limited funds to begin with, especially in 2022. $26,000 is not even making it as a single person. I mean, in the Cleveland area, you would need at least to make $40,000 to at least be solvent. That's not talking about living in Brecksville or living in, Moreland Hills. I'm talking like Parma, Brooklyn, those type areas. You have to have you know, at least 40,000 for a single person. If you have a family, you add 20,000 each person, just in case somebody loses their income. So if you have a wife and you have a kid, that's 40,000 on top of that. So 40 plus the 40, you have to make $80,000, which is actually relatively low. People don't realize that, but in California, it costs $1 million to raise a child by the time it reaches the age of 18, beginning of this year. There was actually an article about that. That is insane. I think I cost like $400. I was a bargain, but that was 43 years ago. Anyways. So going into the Uber Eats and Uber with their unionization and what's going on with them, I wanted to talk about why this is important. Now, why this makes a difference to anybody, it really doesn't. But what they're doing right now is they are trying to, you know, they lost the thing with New York. They don't want it spreading. So that's hence why they're doing what they're doing with the, you get a couple extra dollars. My thing is why not just give them the whole tip, whatever, like DoorDash does, like Grubhub does. Even if you fall on your face with an order, like I did the one day, and then a month and a half ago, like I did, why not just do that? And I think that they're doing that because it's all about profit. It's all about keeping everything hidden. And I think the thing is that really what gets me is we need to have a program like Para has for DoorDash for Uber Eats to actually say that the emperor has no clothes and know the actual payout, the actual tip, and a way to block them from taking away the tip. There's a way you could do that with the servers, but you would have to have encryption technology, and you would have to be able to go through massive servers and, of course, security breaches. Obviously, it's highly illegal, I'm sure. But I think that any white hat hackers out there should be able to do it. Well, my name is Brian with Gig Cleveland. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day. And remember to ring that bell.